Hello, and yet again I've got headphones from company One More for review. As you can see probably by this big box, this time I've got their full size over-the-ear headphones. They gave them index H1707 and once again they've created really interesting model with unusual sound tuning. They labeled these headphones as triple driver, but actually they're using two drivers. Dynamic driver with titanium diaphragm for lower frequencies and mids, and ceramic tweeter for high frequencies. And third driver is a passive bass reflex device which improving bass response. So one more calls this triple driver. Actually they are very interesting and they are sold for affordable price about $200. So let's look at them. Box is really big, it's stylish, it was wrapped in plastic, so you can be sure that you are the first user of these headphones, and they are really greatly packaged, so it is a great option, for example, as a gift or so on. There is technical specifications listed here, so 3.5mm plug, 32 ohms of impedance, good oxygen-free copper wire, 140 decibel of sensitivity and good frequency response from 20 Hz to 40 kHz, 50 milliwatts of rated power, so everything pretty nice. This outer wrap can be easily removed, giving you access to the box internals. It opens this way, as usual. One more offers nice polygraphy and great design of internals. In this box you will have manuals and stickers, but of course everything interesting is packaged inside of this carry case. So here it is, very nice stylish carrying case that will protect your headphones from everything, and inside you will get one more themselves, pouch with cable and storage pouch to store everything inside. And here, as you can see, it's pretty nice fabric pouch, lot of velcro here, everything is packaged really nicely. You will have 6.3mm adapter and spare cable for these headphones. Despite affordable price, these headphones are built really well. Actually there is almost no plastic in their build. They made almost completely of different aluminum. They have interesting design, as you can see, nice color, which is called champagne gold, like Apple iPhones. They are made foldable, so you can easily unfold them. And they are pretty sturdy and reliable thanks to high quality materials used. Headband has right clamping force, pretty enough to provide normal clamping but without fatiguing. Headband made of good eco leather, as well as ear pads. There is nice length adjustment with well-defined clicks. Cup can be rotated in all directions, providing best fit and seal. So in this terms, really good headphones. So cup isn't super big. Actually it touches upper and lower parts of my ear when I'm wearing them, but their head pads are really soft with really good feel and really soft materials inside, so there is no discomfort, no overheating, very comfortable model. Their minus actually it's that they not super isolating, they playing outside pretty noticeable and playing inside. I think it's because of their interesting acoustical model. Let me try to show it to you. Actually here is only, they looks like open, but there is thin plastic inside, and under that plastic under some angles you can see that bass reflex unit that they've pulled inside. So they can be treated as half open. Actually, they sound isolation enough for walking by the street, but in the subway or in some noisy circumstances probably they won't be enough isolating, and also they are leaking music outside. So for example in the office you probably won't be welcomed in these headphones. Besides that, a very comfortable model. Despite using so many metal in the build, One More managed to make them pretty lightweight. Their weight is less than 300 grams, and this weight is distributed really nicely over your head, so they are really comfortable to wear in wearing. So they provide good fit, good seal, and so on. Cable is replaceable, of course. As you can see, here is used regular 2.5mm connectors, 3-pin, so you can easily find some replacement or get cable by One More. Actually, their stock cable is without toll control, so One More want to say us that this model is created to use with some players, not with smartphones. Pretty good and secure fit of cable. So everything is nice here. I've read on some forums that they will build another model with silver, not gold design, and probably with different sound tuning. I'm not sure why for, because the sound tuning is pretty nice, but I will cover this in next chapter. As you can see, nice metallic splitter, and the lower part of cable came in good fabric isolation, so it provides enough durability. Regular 3.5mm jack with nice metal body which fit into this headphones design, so everything built is really nicely and reliably. As I've said before, this headphones uses really complicated internal sound design. Separate bass reflex driver and two driver schema with ceramic tweeter. It is something that is more commonly seen in full-size speakers. There is no much multi-driver full-size headphones, and usually all these experiments fails miserably. But luckily One More managed to create really pretty coherent and really engaging sound. It's not the best sounding headphones, but in this price range it is definitely one of the leaders. They are providing really nice V-shaped fun signature. Lower frequencies here is very interesting. They are pretty hard hitting with good body, with good weight, and they go really deep. I think it's because of this bass reflex device inside. So they providing nice impact, nice weight, but they are not actually shadowing mids too much. Of course, on some bass heavy music, like some electronic music, bass will be dominating. For example, when you're listening to music like Juno Reactor, for example, they giving good pump and that good feeling of hits of this bass line, and actually they manage to overcome the outside noise, because usually low frequency noise is heard the best in headphones, so they really succeed in these terms. Bass is pretty nice in terms of speed and texture because of this added weight. It has good body. It's nice for styles like jazz, for blues, for some instruments that with notes going really low, so bass is pretty nice. Of course, it's not the fastest, it's not the most resolving, but for this price tire is pretty okay. Mids also are nice, musical. It's not headphones for those who like to listen all these small nuances, all these tiny details. They have more fluid and more coherent representation on the mids, and because of slight mids roll off, they are sometimes lacking some weight in vocals, especially in male vocals. But I can't say that it's a big issue. It's something that I can get used. Interesting thing is that they sound pretty spacious for almost closed back headphones. I think it's because of this half open build. They provide pretty good imaginary soundstage, a bit above average in width and a bit above average in depth. So for inexpensive headphones they are really good in layering and in instrument separation, so they providing really fun sound. For example, I enjoying listening to big orchestras in these headphones. It's not like when you're listening, for example, some classical music in Sennheiser's HD800. There is no that level of instrument separation, of 3D staging and so on, but they really give you like a sense of big orchestra and sense of this sound of these all instruments, and that it's not just a music but a really big orchestra staying behind that music. So mids are pretty nice, but lacking some energy sometimes. And treble is also pretty interesting thanks to this ceramic driver. I've expected those to be really treble heavy or harsh sounding, because I've heard some ceramic tweeters in headphones before, but luckily here treble is pretty okay. It has nice detalization, and one more really managed to balance them in terms of treble quantity. They are not too fatiguing and not too sharp. Of course, treble here is present and present in nice quantities, so if you treble phobic, probably it's not a model for you. But I found treble here is really nice, with nice resolution. Of course, treble attacks and decays are not superb, but it's something that you can expect from an expensive model. But resolution is pretty nice. I think it's because of this tweeter, and treble extends really far up, giving you all these tiny nuances, all these small notes, sense of airness, and so on and so forth. To summarize, one more created really interesting model. It's not the absolute giant killer, their sound is not flawless, there are some small flaws, but actually not big, and their sound is really interesting. It's spacious, it's resolving with nice heavy bass, but without too much of lower frequencies. Pretty well balanced, and built of overall headphones built of high quality materials, really sturdy, reliably, and I think they're looking nice too, which is also important, and they are really inexpensive, so I recommend you to listen to them if you're looking for some model like that. Thank you for attention.